Yo, what's up guys, it's me Jake here, and today I'm going to be doing my month of February manga haul, and I'll be very honest, this manga haul just got my wallet wanting to kill itself. I've bought a lot, and it's purely because my classes are right next to Barnes & Nobles, and also another bookstore that sells quite a bit of manga, so my wallet hated me, and also that bookstore had a buy two get one free sale, so yeah, throughout almost the whole month of February, my wallets want to die, so yeah, it's a huge haul, so let's just get straight into it. I'm going to start off with my Viz releases. If you know how I make my manga hauls, I do it by publisher, so let's just start off with the Viz releases and let's get straight to it. Now, the first series I did pick up was actually not really a recommendation straight to me, but it was on his Instagram story and it really looked interesting, so I wanted to pick it up, and that's Weebra. He been inspired me to get the series. I'll leave a card for his channel up here. Amazing video quality. And that's going to be Video Girl AI. I got all of it, but it's a lot of volume, so I'm going to be separating this. But if you don't know, this is by the creator of Eyes, and the art, I didn't know how good her art was until I actually looked into these volumes. I just haven't read Eyes, but I think after I pick this up, I'm probably going to want Eyes because the art looks great. And I'm hearing good things about it so far, so hopefully I enjoy this a lot, and I cannot wait to actually get into it. Sadly, though, it's 15 volumes, by the way, and I don't have volumes 10 or 11, as those are the harder to find volumes. Also, this cover is by far my favorite cover of the series, and probably my favorite cover she's made. I like how it's not just a straight head-on, whatever it's called, head-on picture. It's a side profile, and I really like that. But, yeah, I'm really excited to get into this. Her art's fantastic, and, yeah, I'm hearing interesting things, and it's gonna be my first work by her, so I'm really excited, and I'm probably gonna pick up Eyes if I can find the volumes for cheap, because I know a couple of Eyes' volumes are actually really hard to find. So, Viz, if you'd like to be nice, can you please reprint Eyes and just these two volumes, Video Girl AI, just so I can have them, because if I don't have them, it's gonna bother me a lot. So, please, Viz, just do it, so please. Next up is a series I have a couple volumes of, but I don't have the full set. Now, I just picked up quite a few volumes, and that's D. Gray Man. I picked up volume 4, 11, 15, 19, 20, 21, and 26. I'm just trying to piece together this set, as it's quite hard to actually find all the D. Gray Man, so I'm just trying to piece together all the set, and I think I still need like volume 2, volume 3, I believe. I needed quite a lot of volumes. I need a lot from early on. I need a lot from the not 20s, from the teens. The 20s I have almost all of, so I should be fine with that, but it's more like the earlier pre-20 volumes that I'm going to need. But yeah, I don't want the omnibus because I don't like the spines of them, and I really like the spines of the singles, so I'm trying to collect those. And also these covers are just way too good to give up on, man. Like, how do you say her name? Katsura Hoshino, amazing mangaka. Her art is fantastic, and I know that she's like on a hospital bed a lot because of her illness, so prayers up to her. But yeah, her art is fantastic, and I really like D. Gray Man Volume 1, so hopefully I enjoy the rest of the series, and hopefully I can piece together this set in a faster time, because I've been trying to piece together quite a few sets that have taken me at least a couple of years, so hopefully I can piece together this set way faster. Next up is another series I've been trying to piece together the set for, and now I'm only, I think, 2 volumes off piecing it together. That's World Trigger. I bought volume 11, 15, 16, and 20. I actually got this in the Right Stuff package. I got like a lot of this from Right Stuff, I'm gonna be honest. I did get a huge Right Stuff haul this month, and this is one of them. I also got the D. Gray Man from that, and a couple stuff from later on. I also got a lot of Video Girl AI from that as well. But yeah, I just need volume 17 and volume 4 to complete my set, I believe. Cannot wait to get back into World Trigger, because I stopped reading it for a little bit to try and get these volumes, but these were annoying to get. So now that I finally have them, I'm super excited, and yeah, I'm really excited to actually continue it, because I loved what I read. One of the best like starter major arcs I've read in a long time. The volumes 5 to 10 were just phenomenal, like one of my favorite reads for a while. So hopefully I can catch up to this soon, and hopefully I enjoy the rest just like I enjoyed the beginning, because it was phenomenal from the beginning. Next up is a series you guys all know my opinions on, and that's going to be Black Clover. The volumes 24 and 25, yeah, 24 and 25 now. All I'm missing is volume 26. I've been really enjoying Black Clover, if you don't know, for the past few years. It's one of my favorite manga of all time. It's actually my number 3, right behind One Piece and Berserk. So, yeah, love Black Clover. I'm just trying to piece together my set. I read it weekly on the Jump app, so I don't really feel like too much of a need to piece together my set right now, because I'm going to buy it at one point, but of course everything's like out of stock right now, so I'm just trying to find my volumes that I need, and now all I need is volume 26. So hopefully I can find that volume very soon, because I have been loving Black Clover and I want my full set. And once I get my full set, I'm probably going to reread it again physically, because I know volume 28 ends off on really the beginning of the real Spade Kingdom arc, where it really starts to get ramped up and it really goes into the Spade Kingdom War and stuff like that. So yeah, I cannot wait, and I bet all the people who are up to date with physicals know what I'm talking about. It's just been fire recently, so just wait, because it gets even more fire in Black Clover. You guys are just at the brink of the iceberg. You guys have not seen anything yet, so yeah, Black Clover, super fire, highly recommend, and I cannot wait to get that last volume I need, and hopefully I get it this in the next upcoming month, so I can just complete my set and start the reread. Now, the next one was actually an impulse buy, because it's on the buy two, get one free. And yeah, I've just really been wanting this series for a little bit, so I wanted to try it out. So I got Owl Horror Ride Volume 1, 2, and also 3, because I got 3 for free. And yeah, I really like the kind of texture to these volumes and the spines. It's actually the second shoujo I have in my collection, even though I'm probably selling my first one, which is Requiem of the Rose King. Really didn't like Volume 1, so I'm just gonna throw that out of my collection, I guess. This, hopefully I like more, because I feel like Requiem wasn't my forte. I know you guys might be saying,
oh my god, you're a shonen head, so you didn't like it.
No, I like a lot of different things, but it just wasn't my style. I don't really like Game of Thrones either, so it didn't really work out for me, and I felt like they just introduced a lot of characters without really giving them a proper introduction. I really don't like when series do that, so yeah, it's just not my forte. But Owl Horror Ride is a romance, a rom-com, so I'll probably like it, because if you don't know, that's kind of my favorite genre at this moment. I've been really getting into just a bunch of rom-com-y stuff, wholesome rom-coms this month, and also a lot of the quite opposite of that, but I'm not going to talk about that until I get to my 7 Seas part. But yeah, I've been really wanting to read this, and I'm super happy I got volumes 1 through 3, and I'm probably going to read this in the next coming days or coming weeks, because I've been reading one series that I really enjoy, and I'm probably going to try and finish today, because I love it that much, and I'm going to be talking about that later in the video. But yeah, that's it for my Viz stuff. By the way, I'm completely done with my Viz stuff, so I'm probably get my 7 Seas stuff, because I got a lot from 7 Seas as well, so let's get straight into it. So, to start off my 7 Seas stuff, the series I've been super excited for, and have just been on the verge of just wanting to read it online, because it just looks super good. Basically, this is 2.5D Seduction. Been really excited for this, and I cannot wait to get more, because I very much enjoyed Volume 1. I think the beginning of Volume 1 was pretty weak, but once you got into the second half, it really built upon the characters really well, and I really liked what they did with it. Now, this is definitely a very ecchi kind of harem, and very amazing art. Like, look at these character designs and art. It's phenomenal. It's just really good. It's just crazy. But it's kind of like if Dress Up Darling was way more ecchi, it'd be this. Basically, this guy is just in the manga club, and this girl joins because she's a huge fan of this girl, and turns out the main character is only into 2D girls, and the main character is also in love with her, but she wants to cosplay her, and he just becomes her kind of photographer. She does all the sewing and everything and making the cosplays, and she does a great job on it, but he does photography, and it's kind of like him seeing the difference in like the 2D girls and 3D girls, and being like, do I like her? And like kind of developing a crush on her, I guess. And it's really weird to explain, but very good. So I highly suggest this if you're into those kinds of series. And yeah, and the end of the volume, amazing. I really liked it, so I cannot wait for more. Next up is what I meant by the opposite of very wholesome and rom-com-y stuff. I got a lot of ecchi, like straight just ecchi, and that's gonna start with The Witch of Adamas. I've been wanting to read this because it just sounded weird, like very, very weird, and it basically has a hentai plot. I'm gonna be very, very honest, but basically this guy comes diamonds. Yeah, that's basically it, and then all these girls just want money from him. So I just want to see what this was like, and it turns out there's like legitimately like 40 color pages in this, and all of them I can't show because they just have straight nudity in it. So I can't really say much about this because I haven't read it yet. But yeah, I didn't actually expect it to be this lewd. I thought it would be like more like funny, but it's just straight lewd. Hopefully it is funny, but I don't know. I haven't read this yet. I think I've been recommended it a couple times too, so I just want to see what it was like, and I cannot wait to read this, and it's definitely very ecchi, so yeah, I'm just gonna say that. I'm not gonna really talk about this one much, just like my next one. So at Barnes & Nobles, you find series that look interesting just off the volume, and you buy them. Well, that was me with Shiori's Diary, and then I read it, and it's basically just smut. It basically is. She just does not get out of bed, if you know what I mean. Like, the whole entire series is just like this. It's 3 volumes, so I might as well finish it, because this had a lot of character development, actually. A lot of character development in both the main 2, so it's not just about, you know, the bed, but it basically is. But yeah, not much else to say. I know I got roasted by my boy Plam in his shopping video. Cards up here, but yeah, we don't talk about this one, boys. It'll be in my collection video, but that's probably gonna be recorded soon, but we don't talk about this. If you're under the age of like 18, don't read this. Just saying, just stay away. Next up is Into the Deepest, Most Unknown Dungeon. This was actually really interesting. The art is phenomenal, actually. It's crazy how good the art is on this. I think this is a light novel adaptation too, which very much also surprised me, because light novel adaptations usually don't have art as good as this. But it's crazy. But yeah, I really liked Volume 1. It's just very different on the isekai kind of tropey way. This guy is born to a world with no magic and also born with no talent at all, but he does have the knowledge of his previous life, so he uses that to try to get better. And he also trains his body to get better and bigger than most adventurers. And he also becomes good at sword, bow, and spear, which are the main kind of weapons in this world, but at a young age, just so he can go into this dungeon and kind of see the world for himself. And you find out about like Z ranks and stuff, which are basically girls that are, because in this world it deals with a lot about sexist people. Like, a lot of it is just a bunch of people who are just sexist and think girls can't be adventurers. So a lot of them go the Z rank route, which basically just being the parties. I don't want to say it, but you can kind of get what I mean when I say that. And yeah, and we have one in this series, but she is more wanting to be an adventurer, and the main character lets her join his party. Basically, the main character has a party full of girls just to show the world, yeah, I hope you know girls can make it too. And I really do like that. It's really interesting, and how the party kind of gets built is also really good. And I also really like the main character. He's very funny, and he kind of gave me a Rudius vibe at one point, but other than that, amazing character. Definitely nothing like Rudius. At the same time, he is a little bit, but yeah, I really did like this, but it is also another ecchi one, and the next 2 are also ecchi ones. I'm sorry, I got a lot of ecchi stuff. Yeah, this is Go Ship, so you know it's ecchi, but I did get a lot of wholesome stuff, so please just bear with me. Just please. Now, this one I actually want to get because it looked interesting by the name, and as might as well cheat, I got transported into another world where I can live my wildest dreams. This is the cover. I actually saw this on 7 Seas a while ago when they had this up for pre-order. The synopsis seemed pretty interesting, so I wanted to pick it up. Also, as you can tell, baddies. But yeah, I just wanted to get into this because it had a really weird name, to be honest, and not just because of those. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's definitely another ecchi one. It is Ghost Ship as well, and I did just like go like this to it a couple times and see some scenes. So another ecchi one. I know, I'm weird. Stop this, Jake. Stop showing us ecchi, yada, yada, yada. I know. My last one's the last ecchi one, and the last one is also way more serious ecchi. It's not just ecchi for the fun of it, so yeah, it's not the last 7 Seas one, but I'm going to stop talking about this because I know nothing about it and get to the next one. So, next one, I don't even know how to say its name. So, that's how I'm going to say it. It's basically Yuri Attack on Titan from what I've read from the synopsis, and I've scrolled through this like this. I've seen some scenes. So, yeah, it's an ecchi Yuri Attack on Titan. What else can you hope for? So, basically, these monsters are invading, and these girls have to fight them. Yeah, the city's getting destroyed, they have to fight these monsters, yada, yada, yada. You know, the Attack on Titan plot. Just think of that with girls that like each other. That's basically it. I've heard mixed things about this. I've heard it's good. I've heard from other people that it's completely terrible, so I'm going to read this, and I do have the volume that comes out in literally 2 days pre-ordered, so hopefully I like this, because I'm going to start reading that tomorrow, actually, technically, when this video is actually getting dropped. I'm going to start reading this, so hopefully I like it, and yeah, that's all I have to say. Not really much else to say. Haven't read it yet, so yeah. This is also, never mind, it's not on my last MC stuff. Sorry, I just lied. Okay, we're done with the Ghost Ship Prince. This one is actually not ecchi. If you don't know anything about the series, it's not ecchi at all, but it's going to be hard to receive Volume 1. I actually want to read this because I hear it's a pretty underrated manga, and it's about beach volleyball with these two cousins. And this girl, the main character's cousin is very short, so she can never make it in beach volleyball, but she loved beach volleyball. The main character is a very tall girl, so they try to make a team out of it. And the name Horikana is a mix of the beginning of her name, Haruko, and her cousin's name, Kanata. I don't know why it took me so long to think of that. Kanata. So the story goes, the main character moves in with her cousin. They she lives on a beach, and then she sees a beach volleyball in that. And the main character kind of just plays around with it, joking around with another team that showed up and played on it. And then Kanata notices, starts playing them, then she falls in love with beach volleyball, and Kanata already was. So they make a team, because no one else will make a team with Kanata. And yeah, it's just that kind of wholesome series. Can't wait to read more, and I hear it gets better as the time goes on, so can't wait to read more Hard Counter Receive. And yeah, I know this might look ecchi, but it's not ecchi at all. It's actually very funny. I really like this volume, so hopefully I can get more soon. Next up is a very wholesome romance, and that's going to be My Wife Has No Emotions, Volume 1 and 2. I got these because I've been wanting to read this for a while now, but I just haven't found the volumes anywhere, and I finally found them in a Barnes & Noble, so I finally picked it up. And I'm really excited. I hear it's pretty decent. And I was also just in the mood of reading very wholesome stuff, because in the very beginning of the month, I've just read all this ecchi stuff. I'm like, I need something to cleanse my mind and just be super wholesome. So I've been getting a lot of wholesome series, and this is one of the ones I picked up. I haven't read this one yet, because this was the one of the later ones I picked up, so haven't read this yet, but I'm very excited to read it because I know it's wholesome, and I've been talking to my friends about it, and just the back covers are really interesting. The art is very actually underratedly good. I actually really like the art style. Of course, the character design, character choice for a choice of character design is very different than most things, but I think it works very well with the series so far from what I've seen, and I cannot wait to get into this. They're just very looking wholesome and looks really good. So yeah, about a girl who's a robot wife to this human male. So it looks interesting, and I hope it's good. So yeah. And the next one, did I send myself on trying to get another Grail again? Volumes 1, 18, and 19 of Haganai. If you don't know, this series is basically impossible to find. 7Cs, please reprint Haganai just so I can pick up the volumes that I do want, because this is just impossible to find. You can't find any volumes other than like these 3 volumes anywhere. It's crazy. Like, there's a lot of volumes that are in print and in stock. There's just like 8, 9 volumes out of a 19 volume series that you just cannot find anywhere. So it's just very annoying. Hopefully I can find them soon, because I'm really interested in reading Haganai and watching Haganai, because my friends have been just telling me it's great. So hopefully I can get it. And I know quite a few of my friends have it, but not full sets. Just they have just a bunch of spread out volumes. But hopefully I can finish this Grail. Hopefully I can find the rest, because I've been wanting it now. So yeah, that's going to be the start of another hunt for me. That's going to be very annoying and probably take me a couple of years. So, yay me, doing something that I know is going to take so much time. Yes. Next up is another very wholesome 7C series, and that's going to be Little Devils. I actually have not read this yet as well, because as you can tell, I picked up a lot this month, so I haven't been able to read all of it, but I've read a lot of the stuff I'm going to show off later. I've been very much enjoying my time reading those, but yes, Little Devils, I've got this because it looked very interesting, just like a wholesome kind of family style with this one dude who looks like a human and then just a whole family of devils. It looks really interesting, so hopefully I like it. I think there's 4 or 5 volumes out currently. The art is also pretty decent. It's nothing crazy, but it's nothing bad, I would say. And yeah, just not much else I have to say. It just looks like a really wholesome family kind of slice of life with devils. So, like a supernatural slice of life, I guess. So yeah, very excited to get into this and cannot wait. I know you guys are going to be saying at this point, wow, another thing you didn't read. I literally picked this up like 2 days ago. Come on. Daily report about my witch senpai. Really like the look of this volume. It's all matte, but the stars and the text are glossy. So hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, you guys can kind of see that. The spine is also really nice, and so with the back. The art style is definitely kind of basic, but also very good at the same time in my eyes. I really like this character design. I also very much cannot wait to get into this, because it also looks like another wholesome, like, supernatural slice of life. And if you don't know, those are kind of like one of my favorite genres. It's kind of supernatural slice of life, where it's just like nothing that can happen, but it is just a bunch of things that humans do anyway, just like vampire slice of life or something like that. Like the vampire dies in no time. That anime is so good. It was amazing. That slice of life comedy was amazing. So yeah, but cannot wait to get into this. It looks really wholesome, and yeah, this is the last actual 7 Seas thing I bought this month. I know I bought a lot of ecchi 7 Seas stuff, but the rest of my haul is literally like, I don't think there's a single ecchi thing outside of this. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and let's just get straight to my next publisher, which will probably be Yen Press. I'm going to say Yen Press is going to be my next publisher. I feel so stupid right now. Okay, 7 Seas, I'm back to it. I kind of forgot to put these in my 7 Seas part of the video, so sorry about that. These are bigger volumes, and I forgot that 7 Seas made these, but it's going to be a bunch of Yoro Sumino works, such as I Had That Same Dream Again, I Have a Secret, and also At Night I Become a Monster. If you don't know Yoro Sumino, he's the creator of I Want Your Pancreas. Now, I'm trying to do a video later down the line where I read all of his novels, because he only makes one-shot novels, and I need to get I Want Your Pancreas as well. But he has 2 more novels coming out. I think it's I'm Blue, In Pain, and Fragile is in one, and I Will Forget This Feeling Someday. So he's gonna have, I think, 6 light novels out in English. Yes, he'll have 6. There's 6 light novels out in English, and at that point I'm going to be trying to make a video, but that's gonna be in like July or something. So I might make a video before all those release, and when the one in March comes out, I might try to read all these by then, and read that one and make a video on it, because I love Pancreas. It's my favorite anime movie of all time. It's the only work of his that's gotten an anime, so hopefully more get one. I hear that this is probably the most likely one I hear, but yeah, very much cannot wait to read these. I've been a fan of him for a while, but I have yet to read anything other than Pancreas, so cannot wait to see what my opinions are on these novels, and cannot wait to read them. Next up is a series I've been really wanting to get into for a while, and I'm missing volumes 3 and 4, but I did get the rest of it. That's Dead Mount Death Play, and that's going to be volumes 1, 2, 5, and 6. Now, I know this is actually like very gory, I believe, at points, but it looks very interesting. The synopsis I heard from quite a few manga tubers early on in my manga tubing career sounded really interesting. Now, my only gripe is all the spines are white except volume 2. I don't know why they did that. I really don't know. The Yen Press literally tell me that really hurts me, but other than that, these volumes are actually really thick, so I think these are one of the most kind of good priced things for Yen Press, because usually almost all their stuff is $13. But this, I feel like you'll actually get what you paid for, because these are really thick, like very thick volumes. Like let me just compare. Let's just get a Black Clover volume in here. Like, it's literally like a 2-in-1 for Black Clover. Like, it's that big. So I think these are actually worth your money when it comes to the $13. Unlike a lot of Yen Press stuff, I don't think it's worth that much because there's a lot of thinner stuff. Also, come on, this cover is just so crazy. The art's also pretty, just insanely good. Really enjoy what the art looks like. I don't think this is a good panel showed off, but yeah, I have 2 hands. I can't do much here, bro. But yeah, this looks like a really interesting read. Cannot wait to get into it, and I hear amazing things. And this is the synopsis, which I can't really say because I haven't read it, but I've heard it a lot. Sounds really interesting, so yeah. Next up, this one will be one of probably the next things I read. Now, the next thing I got, I know nothing about, and it's The Strange Creature at Kuryu Yuri Apartments. I can never say that name. But I got this on the buy 2 get 1 free sale, because I got 2 more volumes I'm going to show off later, and I bought this as my free volume. And it looks pretty interesting, like another one of those wholesome supernatural slice of lifes. This was wrapped, and I know why, because at the end of the volume there is like a bathtub scene, so yes, I know that's probably why it's wrapped, and it says parental advisory on it, but it looks very wholesome otherwise. Like, come on, just look at this. Like, it looks like a very wholesome just slice of life, so that's why I picked it up. Very much cannot wait to get into this. Really like the art style. It's very different and very wholesome looking, so hopefully I enjoy it, and it looks really interesting. This is going to be the second to last thing I got from Yen Press, by the way. Now, another thing I got from Yen Press, which no one ever talks about, I feel, which is a 7-volume series that actually just got a continuation just recently in April 2021, but I believe it's monthly, and it's taken a couple months off, and that's going to be 1 Week Friends. I got volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the final volume in 7. I've read the first 2 volumes, and I've been loving it. It's a weird mix of 4-koma and normal paneling, and I don't know how to really explain it, but otherwise, it's just the most phenomenal mix I've seen in a while, where actually the 4-koma actually is very entertaining, and if you don't know, I don't really like 4-koma, so saying I really like this is something super crazy. It's very wholesome. Very much highly suggest this. The art style is definitely very unique. I really like how they draw it. The covers, I really like how they look like kind of water painted a little bit. Really like the characters, and it's just a phenomenal read. So if you've not yet read this, go ahead and read it. And I know a lot of you guys definitely don't have this in your collections, since I never see this in anyone's collection. So definitely read this, definitely pick it up if I were you. Just saying, this is just that good. Next up is going to be my Kodansha stuff. I'm going to start off with my new Shaman King Omnibus. I think this is Omnibus like 6 or something like that. I can't really remember what number we're on right now. I believe it's 6 though. Very big. This is one I actually think I need to get replaced because of that. But I don't actually think it's that bad. It's not as bad as my volume 4 and 5 that I need to be replaced. But yeah, I'm only a couple volumes off this being finished actually. This is crazy that this is going to be finished so fast. I think that they're going to do the same kind of printing speed for the 7 Deadly Sins omnibuses, which, by the way, those 7 Deadly Sins omnibuses are fire. They're just so good. They're by far the best Kodansha omnibuses I've seen. So, yeah, I wish they did what they did with 7 Deadly Sins with Shaman King. It made the volumes bigger, but there's not much else I can ask. So, kind of sad that they didn't, but I know it would probably leave a lot more white space in these volumes that no one would really like, and it'd probably make these kind of white space on the spines more hateable. So I do like the Shaman King spines. Otherwise, I like the connecting spines, even though it's very subtle and very small. But yeah, that's Shaman King volume Omnibus 6, and on to the next Kodansha thing I had picked up. Another thing I got on a Right Stuff sale, which was the simulcast for the animes. That's going to be Orient. If you don't know, I loved the first 3 episodes of Orient, which I thought I would just hate because everyone says that the first volume was bad. But I really enjoyed the first 3 episodes, so I decided to pick up the full series because I have faith in Shinobu Otaka for making this better and better and better. So if you don't know, Manga is in my top 15, top 20 manga of all time, so I have faith in Shinobu Otaka with all my heart. She is just a phenomenal writer, and if this gets anything political, I just know that she's going to pull something out of the bag. And yeah, it's really interesting. Cannot wait to get more. The only gripe I have about this whole series is how all of the spines are red. I wish they had multicolored spines just like Magi, but that's just my gripe. Of course, not many red spines, so it's gonna look pretty good on the shelf, but otherwise that's my only problem with it. So yeah, cannot wait to get into Orient. I've watched basically the first volume, so I'm gonna probably reread it because Shinobu Otaka's art's crazy, but yeah, cannot wait to get back into this. A series I said I hated volume 1 for. Shikamori is not just a cutie. I hear it gets less episodic as time goes on, so I'm probably gonna give it up until where we are at right now physically, just give my opinion on it, because yeah, and I'm also gonna watch the anime because that anime looks cracked out in terms of animation. So yeah, not much else to say. I really didn't like volume 1, so hopefully I like volume 2. The art's crazy, and I can say that with a fact that this art is super phenomenal for a slice of life series, just like some of the best slice of life art I've seen in a while. So yeah, very decent art and very mid story, so hopefully it gets better. Talking about mid stories, I'm going to be talking about another series that was made by mid mangaka Hiro Mashima and In Zero. Now I'm going to say this right now, this ain't mid, but the mangaka is, because Fairy Tail was so bad. I've yet to read Rave Master, so I can't say anything, but In Zero so far has been pretty good. It was definitely a solid 7.5 to 8. I definitely enjoyed this way more than Fairy Tail. I think I give Fairy Tail at most a 5. I really hated it, but this just feels different. I really like it. Really like the main character Shiki, and Lucy Clone is pretty interesting. But yeah, really great art. Hiro Mashima has always been a great artist. And not much else to say. Just read this volume more recently because I had reread volume 9 because I hadn't read this in a while. But yeah, definitely enjoyed this volume a lot, and I cannot wait to catch up because I hear it's been going off recently in chapters. So hopefully I can pick up the rest soon. Hopefully I enjoy it as much as I have been. Now, the next thing I picked up is the last thing I picked up from Kodansha, and that's the 7 Deadly Sins box set. I think I might sell this soon from the omnibuses, which is something you'll never hear me say, but the omnibuses are just that good. I really like the box sets. I really do like this box set, and I love how it comes with the wanted posters of, I think, Meliodas and Bon in this one. But those box sets, those omnibuses look better than these box sets in my opinion. The spines are the same, it just has a different font which looks better, and they have the connecting spines, plus they're bigger. And if you don't know anything about 7 Deadly Sins art, it's cracked, it's so good. So having the bigger volumes is a no blow. And also, it's probably cheaper than the box sets. I might actually just get the omnibus as soon as sell this, so keep your eyes out on that. But yeah, I might get that. I don't know yet. I'm still deciding, but that's 7 Deadly Sins, and that's the last thing I picked up from Kodansha. So let's get on to my last big publisher before I go into a bunch of my stuff I got from smaller publishers. Now, the last big publisher I got was Dark Horse, and I got 2 volumes from Dark Horse, starting with Hellbound. So sad that they have this Netflix logo, but otherwise, this volume is cracked out. It looks so crazy. It's all matte. Once it shows a human, it's glossy. The art literally looks like it came out of an anime. I don't know how they did this, but it's great. The spine's really good. My only gripe with it is the Netflix logo. I have not read this either yet. I've picked up a lot this month, and this is not just, this has been sitting on the bottom of my shelf, collecting dust basically, so I haven't really even given them any attention, but probably gonna read this soon, because I think volume 2 is coming out very soon, and yeah, it looks really interesting, so I'm probably gonna read this. And also, I really like the lettering and how that's also glossy, by the way. Next up is going to be Berserk. I got the Deluxe Volume 1 because this was very, very cheap on Amazon during this month. It was down to $30, which is automatically cheaper than 3 volumes, and actually as cheap as 2 volumes, so I picked it up. If you don't know, the singles are $15 each, so this was in the amount of 2, and it's a bigger hardcover and 3 volumes, so this was just worth it. This volume is crazy. I love the look of it. I know one of my friends hates the big volumes, but I think he's just crazy because I think Berserk deserves this big art, because the small 7C, Dark Horse 7C size volumes for Berserk is just stupid. It's way too good to have that small volume, so give it the big volume that it deserves, please. Now, I cannot wait for volume 41 to come out, and I cannot wait to get more of the deluxes. But yeah, not much else to say about Berserk. It's my #1, tied with One Piece, so it's amazing. Definitely check it out. And yes, these are pretty expensive, but they're as expensive as the singles, so I just suggest getting these anyway. Next up is a series I just read recently, and it's fantastic, and that's going to be My Dress Up Darlings Volume 1 through 4. I got all of the full set from Right Stuff when they restocked. Let me just say, this is the perfect amount of wholesome, perfect amount of ecchi, and perfect amount of rom-com that you'll ever get. This is one of my favorite rom-coms I've read recently. Very great. It's on par with 1 Week Friends. It's that good. I've been loving it, so cannot wait for more volumes, and I'm very happy I started to pick it up now, because I know there's literally almost a year in between Volume 4 and Volume 5's release. There's basically almost a year, so hopefully they release faster, and yeah, I think there are only like 8 or something in Japan, so we're probably going to start getting them more frequently, and it looks like after Volume 5 we're getting more frequent schedule, so yeah, cannot wait to get more. And yeah, this is the first one of my miscellaneous kind of smaller publishers, and this is Square Enix, which only really published this in Soul Eater, so yeah. On to the next one though. Now, this isn't a small publisher, but I only got 1 work from them, so I'm going to be considering them a small publisher for this video. The Gods Lie, this is made by Vertical. I want to get more of Kaori Okazaki's works, because I know she made this and Golden Sheep, and both of them looked very interesting to me. I also didn't know how weird of a texture this volume had, and also Golden Sheep has, but I really like it. It's a really weird texture for manga, but it feels really good. I hear really good things about this and Golden Sheep, so hopefully I like this, and I'll probably pick up Golden Sheep at one point, but I don't know yet, but I cannot wait to read this. It looks really good. Now, the 2 volumes I got that got me that Kira Apartments for free were these 2 volumes of Little Witch Academia. I didn't know it actually had English physicals, but I got volumes 1 and 2. Found out there's actually 3 volumes, and this is by like JY. I don't know what this is at all. Yeah, I don't know, but these covers look cracked out. I like the anime, so hopefully I like this. But yeah, I'm going to probably get volume 3 next month, so look forward to that. And wow, I've been talking a lot in this video, and my video is almost 40 minutes long right now, so this can get cut down quite a bit. And the next thing is going to be my last volume in this huge haul, which I think is around 100 volumes this month. So my wallet killed itself this month, but that's going to be Higahiro's manga. I would have got volume 1 and 2, but volume 2 at that Barnes & Noble's was basically just destroyed, so I didn't get it. But yeah, I loved the first episode of the anime or whatever that I watched. I think I watched the first and second episode, but I watched it weird. I definitely watched episode 2 and then episode 1. Don't ask, it was in a Discord call and they were already watched episode 1, but I didn't really pay attention to episode 2. Did enjoy it though. I know the novels are being made by Empress, but the manga is being made by One Piece Books. Cannot wait to get into this, and it looks really good. The art's actually really good for a light novel adaptation. So yeah, that's going to be it for this manga haul. It's going to be finishing off with Higehiro. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, this is a huge manga haul and took a long time to record, so hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I see you guys next time. Peace!